think we have to move to a new set of values for us to operate as humans and for us to survive as a species and for the biodiversity to survive and for us to actually manage this situation the world is in. So we need to replace the things on the left with the things on the right. Now, I just made this up. It's just a brainstorm, a personal brainstorm. I'm sure you have other ideas, but that's my feeling, is that the kind of, we want to look at ways of celebrating each other rather than competing so much against each other. I don't really want to be political, but one thing I noticed about the difference between the candidates in the American election was that one candidate was constantly talking about themselves and how great they were and how they were always winning. Another candidate was on stage always celebrating people around her, and it really made an impact on me. To celebrate the people around you in this way, I think is really what we have to do, not just compete. And of course, finally, this was another book that I loved as a child, Gulliver's Travels. And the most memorable scene in Gulliver's Travels is when Gulliver is held down by all the little people. So he travels to a land where everyone's tiny and he's held down by all these little people. And I think this is the message, is that all of us together doing a little bit can achieve something really big. Individually, we are all kind of lost, we're all kind of mediocre in different ways. We have energy, we have ideas, but we only really become powerful when we connect, and we only really create an impact when we connect up together. So yes, this is really, I think, what we need to remember is that by connecting in this way, I think this is where things really start to happen magically. And all of us together create a great impact, and we can have an impact when we work together. In the case of my own project, that was the ability over the past few years to create this impact with hundreds of tons of litter being removed from the environment. Now, the final word I would say is that you are a teacher, you are special. You are a teacher, you are special, we are all special, we're all here together, and the final thing is, do not be afraid of making mistakes. I was very pleased to find this photograph where I had made a big sign to announce our beach clean, and as an English teacher I was ashamed to misspell my favorite word, which is to clean. So that is the end of my talk. Thank you very much. I've noticed that many people are disappointed that I mentioned politics. I wasn't really mentioning politics. I was mentioning individual approaches to an audience. So please park that objection and think in terms of what I want you to think of is ways of you being when you can celebrate each other and celebrate your students rather than turn it on yourself. So that is all from me. I do have time for a couple of questions, but thank you so much, and warmest regards to you from a very dark and cold Dublin.
Thank you so much, Patrick. Actually, we are running a little bit behind schedule, so what we're going to do is we're going to skip the Q&A section, but I'd like to let everyone know that we can take in questions on our Instagram account. So if you'd like to drop us a message or comment on our post with your questions, we will make sure to pass them to Patrick. Also, just a quick announcement, we were going to have a short break after the second session, but we're going to move that break to after session 4, so at the very end. So if you can stay behind, please do. And again, thank you so much, Patrick, for your lovely session. I love the seagull, sorry. Well,
Thank
not
you,
be
Kathy.
forgetting about that. So thank you so
much.
much, Patrick. And I would like to now invite Jan and Julia on stage. Jan and Julia, if you're ready, please turn on your camera and mic.